Good morning, everybody. Starting a little bit earlier than we did yesterday, so I think we're on the right track with that. Looks like it's a really windy day out in Japan. I stepped outside for a bit to just hit the convenience store really quick, and it's definitely still really cold, so we're leaving the window closed today. Might be a little bit of glare. We're still there's still the trauma left over from the kamemushi, I've never figured out what it's called. I think it was like a stink bug or something, but that got into the studio yesterday during coffee chat. So gonna leave that closed for right now. Hopefully they don't come out at night. I might actually might need to start putting it on a tripod outside so I can just kind of close the window. I've currently got it on a desk that has an arm for a iPad or like a small monitor or something, and I just hang that out the window and crack it a bit. But yeah, I'm not a bug person, so if that continues to be the case, we're gonna find out a new solution for that. But one thing at a time right now. I've got my morning coffee here. Gonna hopefully start a good day. There's been a lot of stuff going on personally for me in the last few days, just setting up the channel, and then some work stuff coming up too. I did get a chance to go out a bit last night though. First time I've been to an event like this for a while, but yeah, a buddy of mine, let me get my stream music down just a bit just in case it's a little too loud. I don't want to be drowned out here. I want to be the main focus, not the music. Thank you for the stream music though, YouTube. So yeah, a buddy of mine from Ubisoft, he invited me out to a game dev meetup in downtown Osaka in the Nanba area near Denden Town. Denden Town is kind of the Akihabara of Osaka. It's like where you go to get all your anime figures and everything. I didn't get down there till pretty late because I was working on a bunch of portfolio stuff yesterday. Yeah, all the anime stuff, all those shops were already all closed. But it was held at a bar, which usually would be awesome. Probably meaning that I'm probably missing the last train, as I tend to do if I have a couple drinks. You wouldn't know it from watching me stream, because you guys see me introduce new cans of Chuhai and things like that to the Japanese alcoholic drinks, but those are like 3 to 4%, and I only have one of those every time I do it. In my heyday, though, I could knock back a few, and in the right situation with some friends at a bar, I am that guy that misses the last train and is asking where we're going next, where we're going next, where we're going next. And that will continue until the first train rolls around 5. So I know that's the case, and it was a little cold to be walking up the hill to get on the train. I'm only about a 10-15 minute walk from the station here, but it's like all uphill. Summertime, I usually default to that, but as cold as it is, I just really am kind of lazy when it comes to actually going outside and feeling the chill. So hey, yeah, how's it going, Deki? Yeah, you actually would be the very first person that's ever been in one of these coffee chat sessions live, so congratulations to you. We got Vlos in there as well. Nice. Yeah, Brewmaster. Yeah, Vlos is an IRL friend, so he knows exactly what I'm talking about missing the first train. Gonna be having a segment too coming up, so we're gonna be playing some games online. But yeah, I actually got to go out to a game dev meetup last night, which was really cool. The location didn't really have enough space for all the people that showed up. It just so happened to be trivia night as well. I am not a trivia person, to the point where I would say like people actively doing trivia next to me kind of annoys me. I don't know what it is. It's just something about getting in a room together and just proving who's the most know-it-all. And The shitty thing is like I pretty much knew most of the answers to all the questions because it was exactly my type of people that were joining. But basically, the first floor was trivia, and then upstairs on the roof is where the game dev meetup was. It was pretty chilly, but I actually grabbed some footage. Let's see if this works. Nothing too exciting, but just to give you guys a little preview of what it was like last night. Let's see if I can go full screen with this. I'm going to be looking at some news here. Yeah, this is where I parked my car pretty close to that because, like I said, I am the brewmaster, so I decided before I went that I'm going to drive just so I don't have to drink at all. It's the perfect excuse. Sorry, I'm driving, so I'm just going to have coffee. This is near Den Town in the Nanba area. I'll play that one more time. A lot of tourists come to this area. It's really crowded. It's not a fun place to take a car. That's why you see me walking here. I kind of parked the car and then hoofed it on foot for about a good 5-minute walk or so. But yeah, it was really cool. I did manage to take a really cool picture while I was there. I've passed this building before, but it always gets me this takoyaki place, the little octopus ball spot. That's like the best way I can really describe it. They're just octopus balls. I think that's pretty accurate. It's batter in a circular thing, and then it's like a piece of I should probably explain that taco is an octopus, yeah. But it's a really cool building. Many times I've seen it, I've thought, like, if I've got some free time, like, this would be a really cool project. Probably the light budget would be a little bit crazy in the scene, so it'd probably be a pretty simple scene and just focus on one building. But if I ever get around to it, one of these days I might do this building just to brush off my environment skills, since you know, as I've mentioned, as you go up the chain, you get less and less hands-on. So the last 3 or 4 years have been pretty much meetings for me. But yeah, it's a really cool one, and I've got some stuff inside the bar as well. Very, very calm bar situation though, because you got the first floor, which is actually on the 4th floor, and you will notice there's not a single Japanese person here, which was kind of surprising. It was all foreigners. I guess foreigners really like trivia, but yeah, it was a cool bar. You can see here, but they had a lot of really crazy stuff all over the wall. I could not figure out the theme. They had a bunch of Disney stuff, but they got a bunch of board games. Usually it's a place to do board games, but this is right when they were setting up for trivia. This guy here was a trivia master. So I got my iced coffee and got out of there as soon as possible, went up to the roof. Yeah, octopus balls does sound wrong coming from chat. I totally agree with that. If you've got another idea about how to explain takoyaki, I'm open to suggestions, because I'm not very comfortable with it either. But yeah, so that was that, and then we headed upstairs. So this is the actual game developer meetup here.
Bowser
This is
can say hi. Hey, you're gonna have to
my
meet
buddy.
him one of these days.
My buddy Bowser. He's a character artist. He was with Ubisoft for a long time. I was his manager, and kind of had a lot of meetings and stuff. I'd be his go-to guy when everything went wrong. So we became good friends, and I've been giving him some freelance work here and there as well.
Can say hi.
He's really a reliable character guy. But yeah, it was just this really small tent, which, you know, and this I took this video right when I got there, and it was you know, really cool and chill. But the problem is like, I was right by the door, and it was nice and warm in here because they had a heater in here, but people just kept filing in, and so you'll see in the next video here, we decided to abandon the tent and went outside. This is the view of the roof. You can see here, it's literally on a roof right in the middle of Nanba. So I believe that might actually, no, that's a different building than the one I just showed. But yeah, it's we went outside. They had a lot of fish and chips. I was surprised. They actually had I didn't decide to eat anything because I figured it would be this type of situation where I'd be eating with a bunch of food in my lap, which I'm not really a fan of. So I just did the iced coffee. Sorry, Bowser's chair here kind of busted. We were trying to problem solve this on the fly.
Is it doing it on you
It's
too?
making noise.
Yeah, no.
Yeah,
it's
this
straight.
chair
It's, like,
was
flexing.
really shaky.
Oh,
If you can see, it's
also-
totally off of the thing
No, I
here.
think
He's
it's
like about to
unhinged.
fall on his ass.
Yeah, you might want to stand up once and put it back.
Problem
on the
solving,
stage.
some
No,
good
it's
old
actually-
Ubisoft
I think
Xdefiant environment art.
I think
We'll
there's
call
a
it
bar that
problem
thing
solving.
needs to go on.
I probably should not have been touching that close. I almost got my finger chopped up.
Yeah, okay, that's better.
Yeah, but it was a cool meetup. We got to talk about a lot of things, met a lot of new people, but I'd probably say 30 people or so probably ended up filing in and out. That was my coffee there on the table. It's funny because it was an iced coffee when I got it from the bartender downstairs. And then after sitting on the roof for a good 2 hours, it was more iced than when I got in. This is a final video here. Some of the art that they had on the wall was just odd. Okay, the Woody one I can see. Okay, it's just kind of meshing the Terminator and stuff. But some of this Disney one threw me off. Okay, Ariel's got like a baby arm coming out of her neck. Mrs. Potts is like the super sexy version of Mrs. Potts that I didn't know existed, and now I can never clear from my mind. And then Belle's got some stuff going on with her legs there. Jasmine's got like spider monkey arms. But there was just tons of this stuff all over the place. It was a really cool bar. You find a lot of places in Japan like this that are just kind of hole in the wall, really tiny, but yeah, it was a cool meetup. I think it's a once a month thing. I think I'm gonna probably be going back. Yeah, no, it is. I do. Yeah, Volas was commenting on how many expats are now in Japan. A lot of them are expats, but then there's also just like a lot of tourists now. I got into Japan right in 2020, probably the last week that they were still accepting foreigners. So I got a good 2.5 years or so of like really empty. I mean, there weren't even Japanese people walking around. I got to go to Kyoto and stuff and walk around on empty streets, take great photos and stuff. It was a lot of fun, in a bad situation. But now that I got used to that, going back to Kyoto now, and it's just a nightmare. There's people causing problems for one. Some foreigners over here are more well-mannered than others. Some people get a little too crazy and rambunctious with their own cameras, filming like the geisha thing. It's kind of become a news headline over here, which unfortunately is kind of for people like me that, have kind of tried to adapt to the culture as best as I can. I speak the language. I, try not to be that guy in the crowd making a scene. It does kind of reflect badly on us too, which sucks. So I don't know. I've got kind of a negative vibe right now when it comes to Kyoto, just because of the parking and everything. It's a beautiful place, but it is where everybody goes. So, I mean, especially when I've got this out my window here. Like, I think I found a pretty good balance of nature and Japan. So, yeah, I try not to go to Kyoto very often. But yeah, that was a cool little meetup. I think we'll probably do that some more, make some local connections. I was really hoping there would be more of the Japanese game development community, because I have a lot of connections there too, but always looking to make new connections, see where everybody's at. And as you can imagine, that's kind of what a lot of the conversation was about last night. Who recently got laid off, who's looking for work, what studios look like they're going under, and kind of that inside baseball that you get, which could not be on camera for sure, because there's a lot of stuff. When you get in a situation like that, it's a little more free what you can talk about, since everybody's kind of in the same boat. But yeah, cool event. But it did mean that I didn't get to stream last night, so I only got the one coffee chat video done yesterday. But we're gonna fix that today. I'm gonna do some streaming today after I get some portfolio stuff done. Got a couple different segments coming up. We've got a new character role with my buddy Jerry, who he's going to be here on stream in the game chair over there. I don't know if you can see it from here, but where is it? Just out of frame. He's going to be playing on that TV there. I'm going to be playing here. We'll be in the same room, hoping that our mics don't do battle with each other and pick up each other's voice. We'll have to figure that out. But yeah, he's coming over tonight around 8 p.m. and we're going to probably have some drinks and play some new dwarves. Looks like my buddy Vlos here might actually be doing a guest cameo because we also have a series coming up together. Since I've known him for this point probably about pretty close to 30 years. I'd say probably 26, 27 years or so. But we're going to be reconnecting over a while. That's going to be a lot of fun. But yeah, let's see. Obviously, I think the biggest headline that we got going on today, at least for me, would have to be the new Switch finally got dropped. Oh, interesting. I did not. So I as these segments go, I open the pages, but I don't look to see what's going on really. I was wondering, I watched the new Switch debut trailer last night, which was a really creative trailer. I liked it a lot. Let's see if we can pop this out to YouTube. I'll probably mute this just because Nintendo's copyright crazy. But really creative video. Yeah, this one here. Just imagine really nice like Switch clicking sounds as a Switch is really great. Not only Switch, really 3DS, all of their online stores and their button clicking noises are just super satisfying for me. I love whoever designs that stuff, and especially when it's mixed with the that haptic feedback and stuff like that. It's really cool. But it looks like it's gonna have more of like an iPad stand almost. I don't really use the Switch in this way. 99% of the time I'm playing my Switch on my big screen TV, which will probably change since we're gonna be streaming here. I'll probably be stuck in this chair, although I do have a stream set up where Jerry's going to be playing tonight, so I guess I could go, but I just feel like I have more control of OBS and things like that on stream in the corner here because I have 4 monitors to kind of control everything. One of them does rotate, so I may be able to do something with that. But yeah, really cool video. I guess these are going to be magnetic now, which is cool because right when the Switch first came out, they had that issue where it's really easy to do too. Like I did it a couple times where I tried to put my snap my controller in and it was upside down, and luckily I didn't force mine, but I guess some people did force it, and it really jacks up your Switch if you do that. And then there's also the controller drift that everybody has. Yeah, and see, I saw these images here. As you guys know, I'm more of a Disney Speedstorm guy myself. I'm a huge Nintendo fan, but when it comes to kart racing, I actually prefer Disney Speedstorm. I think the speed feels more real, and then it just has a bunch of Disney characters. It is going to be backwards compatible, which I'm really happy for. I just wanted to introduce these on stream as well, since we're talking about Switch here. I got these on Amazon just recently. These guys here. I don't know if they're sold in the US. It's a Japanese company that makes them. But for those that don't know, this one here is what the Nintendo controller looked like in Japan, the Famicom controller. And as well, the Super Nintendo controller here was pretty much the same thing. Just had more colorful buttons, which I'm definitely a fan of this one more. But I got these guys, and they're pretty cool. They, as you can see here, I've got quite a library of games that I need to get through. I probably only played, if I had to put all of it to a percent, I would say that I've probably, that one is not filled yet, but got a bunch of stuff I need to get through. I'm a real big Dragon Quest guy. I played Dragon Quest X online in Japanese here quite a bit. But with the capture card hooked up, and the fact that the Nintendo Switch 2 is gonna be backwards compatible, that just means we can get to a lot of that stuff on stream when I'm not playing World of Warcraft. But yeah, exciting news with that. I mean, I think we kind of all knew that it was coming. Probably, as I've been mentioning the last few days, I probably want to give them a plug too, just because, not because I'm connected with them in any way, but just because I like this site a lot. Sifted.net is by the old Game Trailers people. They basically, after Game Trailers split, Shane decided that he was going to start his own website that basically takes all your video game headlines and puts them in one feed, and then they do some long form content too, but I'm not connected, I'm just a fan, so if anybody wants to kind of look at all your stuff all in one place, this is a good place to do it. Let's see. Okay, this is a podcast, but maybe we can look at this one. I've heard this was common because I saw a poster in the convenience store, but I've not looked at it. It looks like Majima is in pirate gear. They just keep on going crazier and crazier with the oh wow, the visuals look a lot better than I was expecting there. I'm pretty behind on the Yakuza series, or like it's called Like a Dragon now, which is correct because it's always been a little weird talking about the Yakuza series in Japan, because Yakuza is kind of just like a taboo word here. You can say it indoors, but you don't really want to be in public, especially in a crowded place, saying the word Yakuza, because you never know who you're going to bump into. I about more than 20 years ago, I lived in a spot that was kind of famous for having a lot of Yakuza families, and it is a really very real thing. I was doing English teaching at the time. It was in the Tokyo area in Yokohama, and there was this area called Hinodecho, which was not a very good part of town, but at the time I was looking for a room, and my buddy Joe was going through a divorce, and he just so happened to need a roommate since he was on his own, and we lived above a convenience store that was right across the river from the really bad part of town, but that means you have to walk through the bad part of town to get into the good part. Well, yeah, good part would be a stretch. It was not too great on the other side too, but it was a little more normal. But you'd walk through the bad part of town, and we're talking like really bad, as bad as Japan can get. Red light district type of like bunch of people standing like in doorways. Salarymen, which is what we call the Japanese businessmen, just kind of lining up for their turn. We won't go into it much more than that, but let's just say it was definitely a Yakuza controlled business area that I just rushed through every time I went to go get on the train to go to school in my English teacher attire. But one thing that we would see, because we lived there, would be he had a dog, so we'd go out to walk the dog in the morning. And we'd walk around just our side of the river where it was a little bit nicer. But there were a lot of like small offices and things like that. And a few times when we were walking the dog, we just so happened to walk by this one really boring looking office front that did, no joke, just like out of a scene from the Yakuza games, or the Like a Dragon games. It had a bunch of dudes in suits that were all standing one on each side of the pathway, probably about like 6 dudes or so, and they were waiting. And the first couple times we saw that, we just saw them standing there, and we're like, okay, that's really odd. It's probably connected to the stuff going on across the river. But one time we were walking by, we just hit exactly when the car was pulling up, and it was no joke. The dudes were bowing really deep, and some older guy got out of the car, went into the building. We didn't really know what to do because it was right in our path of walking. So we kind of just tried to slow the dog down and pretend like the dog needed to do its business there. We let the important dude pass by, and then we, as soon as they had walked out of the area, we went forward and made sure we didn't really walk down that street next time. So yeah, these yakuza is kind of a term that, like, you don't really want to be saying in the streets, especially like in an area I went last night. Nanba is probably a hot spot for that, just because it's a drinking area and a lot of tourism and stuff. But so naming the game Yakuza, like they did for, I think it was PS2 where the first one came out. It's never been called that in Japan. It's always been called Ryuga Gotoku, which it basically means like a dragon. So I'm kind of happy now that I don't have to refer to it as the Yakuza series to my Japanese friends. But they've been getting crazier and crazier with the type of content they do. They had the zombie one a while back. I know they've been doing the... oh, this is just wild. This looks cool, though. I like this zany type of stuff. He did the samurai one as well, which is really cool. I've played a little bit of the samurai one. I played all of Yakuza 0. See here, I'm still stuck on calling it Yakuza because I played it in English. Well, I played the English version, Japanese voices with subtitles. The Japanese mafia members just sound so much cooler in Japanese than they do in English. So if Vlos in the chat saying being in one of those cars is a story I need to tell you someday. Well, I'm glad you're okay there, Vlos, to tell the story. I look forward to it. Is this a story that we can play while we're playing, or a story we can tell while we're playing our characters, or is this an off-stream story? Okay, well, I hope you're not incriminating. I don't know if I'll repeat who the person in the car was. So anybody who's in chat can see that, but I'm not going to repeat that. But yeah, it sounds like it's crazy who you can bump into here in Japan. Like, you go into a small bar with like a friend or something, and you think you're sitting next to somebody that is just, some normal dude having a drink after work, and then it turns out to be like, he's some really important dude in a company, or somebody on the other side of the law, we might say. So yeah, as foreigners here, especially if you speak the language, you kind of stand out as like somebody that people want to talk to. So you do end up engaging a lot of people you normally wouldn't. Can be interesting, can be a little annoying sometimes, and it can also be scary at the wrong time. But yeah, I'm definitely really far behind on the Ryuga Gotoku series, like a dragon. I played through Yakuza 0. I started on Kiwami again because I had never finished part 1. And then sporadically I've played little bits when they came out, but I do have every single game in the series. It is definitely on my list of games that I really feel like I want to get through, because just living in Japan here, the jokes are I'm sure they're funny to Americans, but they're even more funny if you have like all the context over here. Really cool games. I'm glad they exist. But yeah, it looks like we're getting the pirate theme, which I think is a perfect fit for the stuff they were doing in Hawaii with the recent one. I still haven't tried the after they did the revamp where it's no longer a beat 'em up and more of an RPG. I think I'd probably like that quite a bit, since I like RPGs quite a bit. But yeah, it's definitely on the list of things to try here. We spoke about this the other day. I do think I am going to try to play this on stream, just because it looks to be really surprising. It looks a lot like the Kingdom movies that have been coming out in the theaters over here, and it's getting really high scores, surprisingly, when usually Dynasty Warrior games just do not. It'd be my first Dynasty Wars in probably 15 years or so, but that is another thing that I think I might be picking up sooner than later. Let's see what Kotaku's got going on. Let's see, we're at about 30. Yeah, I'd probably say I want to go like about 45 minutes max on these, since they're just more relaxing chats about games. We do everything here. Like, this here is something that interests me. Okay, I guess it's not really. So they've been teasing Severance Season 2 for quite a while, but I won't go into this in case it has spoilers down here. This is a really cool show, though. I highly recommend it. It's on the Apple TV app, unfortunately, because I don't usually subscribe to that one. But I did one of their trials, watched the full season. Yeah, I remember distinctly because I believe I was on a business trip out to San Francisco, Ubisoft, to meet with them about Xdefiant, and I basically just binge watched the whole first season in the hotel there that they provided for me, because there were too many crackheads out on the streets of San Francisco, right post pandemic. It was a scary place to walk around, so I stayed inside. I watched Severance, and I think I went through the first Squid Game as well too there. Still have not gotten to Squid Game season 2 yet. Been doing too much for the channel, and had some stuff going on at work as well. But it looks like we got an update on the Bloodborne situation. I really liked Bloodborne a lot. I've played through all the Souls games. I've beaten every single Souls game except for Demon Souls, because it was my first one. I went through Demon Souls with a really horrible character build, because I just didn't understand what I was putting points into. And I actually got to the very final boss, and I think to this day, it would probably be impossible to beat the boss with the build that I had without going back and grinding a ton. So that's the only one I haven't finished. But Bloodborne is probably my favorite of them all. Bloodborne or Elden Ring. Elden Ring was really cool. Haven't played the DLC yet, but I did finish multiple playthroughs of the first one. I honestly don't think another Bloodborne is coming, unless PlayStation really gets behind it. Yeah, so it looks like they're waiting until From Software is ready to turn it into a franchise, but I don't think they want to make the next Bloodborne. I think Elden Ring is probably the game they wanted to make, and they don't really want to go back. It might be a while before we see a straight old school Souls game from them. Although I would be really interested in a Bloodborne style Elden Ring game that's more open world. The aesthetic of that game is just so cool. I love the lore for it. Got a lot of Lovecraftian stuff in there. Wish I would have been streaming back then, because I did take some clips on my PlayStation back in the day, but I didn't know how to upload them. But I think that's going to be a while off still, if it ever comes. It looks like kind of a slow news day today. It's been kind of slow recently. Oh, David Lynch passed away. Did not notice that. That's too bad. Yeah, I'm a little bit out of touch over here when it comes to what's going on in America. Mainly just been following the California fires still. Been checking in with my mother daily to see that she's doing okay. She's in the Santa Clarita area, so she said I think the closest the fires got so far is about 7 miles away. So she seems to be very okay with that. That's a lot closer than I would like it to be, but she said the air quality is better than most of LA there, just because the way they've got the mountain range surrounding them. And she's only in Santa Clarita because I took a job at Infinity Ward, and I didn't. It's my second time working for Activision. I was at Neversoft in Woodland Hills, and then the Infinity Ward job that I took later in my career as a senior artist was also in Woodland Hills, and I did not want to live in Woodland Hills. It's a pretty dodgy area these days. So I found Santa Clarita. It's quite a drive. It's like about a 40-minute drive into work when I was doing it. Because this is like 2018, 2019, before the pandemic. And it's quite a drive, but it's a nice little town if you don't mind the commute. And I ended up moving her up there. She had just gone through a divorce, and me being an only son, I think it just made more sense to have her close by. So she moved up there, and unfortunately, few years later, I ended up taking the job in Japan. So she decided to stay there. She didn't want to go back to San Diego, where we're from. But yeah, she's doing well so far. Yeah, yeah, it looks like yeah, lost in the chat. Just noticed maybe he just got the news too about David Lynch as well. Yeah, that's it is a real shame, and that's how I usually get it over here. Like a lot of times I won't see the updates until, you know, a few months after it's already happened, because I don't follow American news too much. Which not following American news sometimes has its updates, because everything is kind of a nightmare when you turn on anything to do in America that gets political. This is not a political podcast, though. I have friends on both sides of everything and some in between, and we're never going to go into that on these type of episodes, just because you know, we want to keep it chill. You know, I'm having my morning coffee, or I'm holding my morning coffee. Let me actually have some of my morning coffee here. Oh yeah, this Stitch Starbucks coffee or cup that Yuki got me it keeps it really nice and warm for quite a while. So I'm like one of those people that constantly makes coffee, puts it down after a sip, lets it get cold, and then comes back to it like half a day later, and it's just like, you know, it's all disgusting and it just ends up going down the drain. So this is the perfect gift for me. I'm still really happy about it. Yeah, I think we'll probably let's finish out a little bit early there. I don't know if we went into this the other day, but Assassin's Creed has been delayed again. Got some inside info about that last night at the game dev thing, but nothing I can go into on stream. Let's just say, you know, I'm worried for the future of Ubisoft, as I think anybody that you know, I worked there for quite a while. They're the ones that brought me over to Japan here. I will forever be grateful for that, because without me coming over to Japan here, I wouldn't have met Yuki 4 years ago. So, and we've been together ever since. So it'll always be a special place for me. It's unfortunate what happened to Ubisoft Osaka, San Francisco, and Sydney. And also, just before that, I'm a huge Assassin's Creed fan. I have burned out a little bit, I would say. I used to play them habitually every single year. That would be the most looked forward to game of the year, just because being an environment artist, it doesn't get better. I'm an environment artist and a history buff, so being able, the virtual tourism that is just available with the Assassin's Creed games is like, for me, that's what it's all about. The story is sometimes hit or miss. There are characters I like Edward Kenway from Black Flag, but the main thing for me is the main character has always been the environments, and I love exploring Assassin's Creed's environments. So I'm hoping that if they do get bought up by Tencent, that they at least realize that Assassin's Creed still has a lot of potential, and they continue to make them. Some odd choices about this Assassin's Creed Shadows. I think the more accurate they can keep these things to actual history, the better. So there definitely were some odd choices made. I'm not sure. Ubisoft Osaka, we only really helped them out with some concept art and just kind of adjusting that stuff to make sure it kind of aligned with Japanese culture a little bit better, since we had Japanese artists available. Okay, let's see. Merc McDuck. Nice name, I like that. Merc McDucky, Switch 2 looks okay. I'm scared it'll break the connection to the controller. Yeah, well, this time as in if you're playing remotely, I think it's magnetic when you connect it onto the device, but I actually always play with a Pro controller, because I'm usually plugged into my TV. I don't use the controller function too often, the broken off version. But yeah, I do hope that they get their build a little bit better. There was also obviously some issues with the build, but as a game developer, I think my biggest hope is, and from what they've shown so far, can't really tell, but I just hope it's a little more in line with everything else that's coming out, because, you know, when these are decisions that are made far above like my pay grade, but when they're choosing SKUs to release stuff on, Switch usually isn't even in the conversation for the type of games I make. The more, high def Call of Duty, Destiny, things like that. And the times that they have tried to get that stuff on the console, it's usually the cloud streaming version, which is never worked out well. But I'm a huge Nintendo fan, so I'm hoping I don't really need like Uncharted level or Last of Us level graphics on my Switch, but I just hope it's a high enough spec that we don't have to build down to the Switch when the Switch is involved in our games. A lot of times that ended up with like basically full on ports, well, not more ports that are outsourced out to other studios and kind of just let them worry about getting it on Switch. Hopefully it can be in line with the other stuff that's out, so it's a little bit easier on us developers. And I think it'd be good for Nintendo too if they got more third-party support. Although myself, I come to Switch just for the Nintendo stuff mainly. I'm really big into Nintendo stuff. Yeah, if you look at the video, you can see where the connection is. Literally like a chip that connects to. Yeah, they say it's like Switch. Yeah, the leaked specs look like it's pretty close, but I mean, I don't know. We're kind of hitting the point of diminishing returns. This is the first time that I haven't gone out and got the brand new console when a new one came out. I have two PS5s in the house here. I have one in this room, and then I have one in my bedroom. We have a projector that we project on the wall, so we've got like can use the whole wall as a TV, and actually it makes it bigger than my TV here. Really nice anybody that is thinking about a second place to play PlayStation, projector I think is the way to go. If you have like a big white wall that you can use as a place to project it onto. I mean, it's not perfect. It's obviously still a projector, but it's very, very HD. It's so great to kick back and play them. Also, here, let me get away from the mic 1 second here. Don't know how much of my ass there was on screen. This is not turning into an OnlyFans video, I guarantee you. I'm one of the few people that actually picked this up here. I know it doesn't have a lot of use cases, but I actually love this device. The PS Portal, it's basically just a glorified second screen, kind of like with the Wii U was, but like a better version of it. But just for like being able to basically have the same Switch function, that's how I use it. Like, you're playing your Switch on your big screen and you stand up and you're like, okay, I'm going to take this to the other room. That's what I can do with this. I've only taken it outside once when we went on our trip to Shanghai Disney, and I was able to log into Dreamlight Valley remotely. But yeah. Yeah, I mean, I do want the handheld. That has to be a part of it for me too. I usually don't use it, but I don't know. We just took another. We liked Shanghai and our trip to Shanghai and Hong Kong was really good. The Shanghai Disney is a whole story in itself. Good park, but the vibes were a bit off. Hong Kong Disney was great though, and we just went back to Hong Kong Disney for the second time last month, and I did take my Switch. I had just picked up the new Mario and Luigi Brothership game, and I did play quite a bit of Switch this trip handheld, but usually I don't know why when I travel I think I'm gonna want to Switch, but I'm just in travel mode and I end up not ever pulling it out. But yeah, everybody's got different gaming styles, so I understand that that's a big thing. Yeah, I'm definitely hyped for the Switch 2. Me and my girlfriend are definitely both going to get one. I think she probably is going to wait for a pink one to come out, as usually is the case with Japanese girls. They want everything to be pink. We'll get. She's getting her streaming space set up. She's going to be streaming in the gaming chair here for certain games. We might do some Nintendo games this weekend because she wants to do some Mario. I am going to get her into World of Warcraft. We're gonna see if we can get a Japanese girl that knows nothing about MMOs to play World of Warcraft. She has agreed, but we will see how those streams go. She might not last long. She kind of tends to glaze over when there's too much high fantasy around. Let's see. You ever try to stream the Portal outside? Yeah, like I have tried. So like you have to be on Wi-Fi. That's the thing. As long as you've got a decent Wi-Fi connection, it's great. All you're doing when you're outside your home is you're just logging into your PS5. So like if I'm, you know, at Starbucks or whatever here and I've got a decent Wi-Fi connection, I can sit here and play, you know, I mean, you might not want to compete in like a Street Fighter competition or something like that. It's going to be a little bit, but good enough where you don't really know. I played Disney Speedstorm, which is, you know, a racing game that you have to, it has to be a pretty decent connection. And it worked really good. And in that case, like my TV here would be on and you would see it moving around on my screen. That's how it is when I play it in the house. I really liked it. If you're a big PS5 guy, they're probably, I would guess that they're probably pretty cheap at this point because I don't think they were very popular. But it's kind of like goes into that Vita category where it's just like a really great piece of hardware, but maybe released at the wrong time and not supported enough. Although luckily this really doesn't need much support. Vloss is asking about my girlfriend's stream. She hasn't decided on her streaming name yet, and we're still building out her stream station. She's got the whole setup like I do here. She's got a really powerful PC that we built for her, and she's got a few different monitors that she can use for OBS and such. But she does not have any type of backdrop or anything like that, and she's also kind of picky about that stuff. So expect lots of unicorns, expect lots of capybara, because that's like her favorite animal. If you don't know what a capybara is, look it up. I didn't know what they were either, but they're really awesome. We've gone to a capybara hotel in Izu, where you get to hang out with the capybara. They're on your porch. They're like about 30 of them or so that would come up to the window all night. They're really cute. They're super nice. They're super chill. A little bit bristly when you pet them, but they're really nice. So she has a lot of capybara stuffed animals. So I would expect for her stream unicorns, capybara. She really likes Spy Family and the main character Anya, the girl with the pink hair. It's an anime here. She's a big Disney buff, but yeah, she's doing a lot of stuff too. Let me see if I can pull it up here. Don't have her stream, but she's been recently. She actually might be doing some stream music for me here, because I'm kind of I've been using the same stream music, the royalty-free stuff, just because I don't want to get you know, pinged by that. Let me see if I can find her in my feed. And she's been using she's really having fun playing with AI right now. Let's see yeah, this one here. Let me bring this window out. This is a YouTube channel that she just started recently. Let me cut this stream music. Yeah, she's been making all sorts of weird videos. She's a big Ariana Grande fan, but she's been making a lot of really weird YouTube videos with the AI app. It's like an AI app called Suno, and she's been putting it to music and making YouTube videos and stuff. This is all from the mind of Yuki. So she's going to be an interesting character to have on stream, we will just say. Oh, what's up, sad boy? Oh, okay. Yeah, it looks like Sad Boy's got some recommendations on music, which I'm totally down to use. Is that all? I'm guessing it's all stream friendly, Sad Boy. She doesn't only do banana phone videos, she does like these cute Disney type princess stuff on. She generates all this stuff in Mid-Journey and then kind of puts it to music. She's doing quite a few things. She started an Instagram account with this stuff too, all AI stuff that she created. And it's crazy. She hit 1,000 followers in 14 days with this stuff, and I don't quite know how she's getting so many followers. I kind of need to get her to maybe take care of my channel a little bit because I haven't put in any of that work. But yeah, her Twitch channel will be coming soon, but we're still getting her backdrop built, and she needs a microphone. I was just gonna order another one of these, and she's like, "No, I need a pink microphone. It needs to be cute." So we had to have the talk about like, well, like it doesn't matter if it's pink if the sound is like crap, you know. So we're trying to find a good balance between decent sound and pink enough, I guess we'd say, on all of her computer equipment. But yeah, sometime we'll introduce that on stream here. She invades our streams regularly at nighttime. She has started a new thing where she comes in, steals my whatever snack I'm snacking on, and then leaves, which is really, really nice. I appreciate that. But yeah, pink banana phone. Yeah, she was singing that in the house for a few days. I don't know how she came up with this stuff, but yeah, that's probably about everything for today. We had the cool game dev meetup last night. If you go back. Yeah, Sad Boy, you'd probably be interested in some of the footage I showed from the game dev meetup. Actually met Sad Boy around that same area in Nanba when he was traveling in Japan here. But yeah, check it out. I think I'm gonna go ahead and call this one because I've got a bunch of work stuff I need to do, and then I also have some streaming stuff I need to do. I think we're gonna front load the streaming stuff today, do the work stuff a little bit later. But yeah, it has been fun. Hopefully everybody's having a good day. Appreciate you guys showing up and being part of the live chat. Wrong one. Classic fail there. Is my camera frozen or is it just the wind stopped? Okay, no, it's just really still out right now. Yeah, it was windy as hell when we started the stream, but starting to get a little bit better. Oh, there's a car coming down the hill there. I think nice. It looks like we've got some infighting going on in the group here. I'm sure all in good fun though. Yeah, definitely though, Sad Boy, hit me up with that link for your buddy's music because I'm kind of getting tired of doing the same tracks for everything. I'd kind of like to split it up and do certain songs for certain segments. But yeah, awesome. Well, you know what? He had some really good questions too. I like his nickname too. Merc Ducky is a cool nickname. Nice and slow. Let me make sure that I'm reading it. Okay. Merc Ducky. How's that? I'm not being called in for any voiceovers on any games, I'll tell you that much. I hope that was satisfying, though. I think maybe Sad Boy just wanted to hear that. Yeah, that's weird. We aim to please here at the Game Dev Peon, though. So, yeah, gonna go ahead and get some stuff going so we can start getting some streams going later today. Very World of Warcraft heavy up front here just because I don't have graphics and stuff set up for other stuff, but we will be branching out to other games as well. I think we're going to be doing some FPSs too because most of the games I've made have been FPSs, and I do think that that's probably where I can offer the most to the conversation on how things are made and maybe some interesting takes on things. So yeah, if you guys have any suggestions, just let me know on or offline. Dev Kev. Nice. The Dev Kev. Yeah, my name's been out there for a while, so I don't really care people knowing my name. I've actually I'm working on getting a art station set up right now. You can check this out. This would be the last thing I share here today, but I've been doing redoing since I had to redo my site is down, I had to transfer things over to ArtStation. So I'm currently building this up. I need to make some more logos today for these other ones that look all scrubby right now. But gonna be populating this. All this stuff is in the links tree for Twitch, and so you guys can check that out at your own leisure. If it doesn't work, ping me and let me know because I need to fix that. But yeah. Okay. Yeah, Veloz there. He's pulling out one of my old names from back in the day that Japanese people used to call me. We won't go into the meaning of that one on stream there, Veloz. But yeah, it's great chatting with you guys. I'm hoping that this whole streaming endeavor is a great way to reconnect with a lot of people, and so far it seems to be. Me and Veloz haven't talked for probably 10 years or so since we've been so far apart globally, him being back in the States. Hopefully we can continue to bring more people into the fold, and let's do some gaming. So we are going to go out with our we just decided recently this is going to be our tagline. The tagline of this show and every show we do is "Come for the vibes, stay for the zug zug." So let me do that in the Merc Ducky voice. Come for the vibes, stay for the zug zug. Okay, I'm gonna let the music take us out here as I go refill my coffee. Have a good one, guys. I'll talk to you later.